always had a passion for building things, for creating things. That's one thing that led me into construction, but it's something that's also led me into building these tools, such as inTakt that I'm now creating. So my first degree is actually in Spanish. I graduated from the University of Utah in Spanish, and then I went back. I thought I'd get an architecture degree, but wound up getting a construction management degree and just fell in love with the world of building and constructing. When I graduated school, I was expected to get many job offers, but the recession hit around that time, and I wound up with no offers. And so I went with 2 bachelor's degrees and took an internship building a power plant in California. Within 6 months on that project, I was running the project controls on a $400 million project. And from there, I continued to grow and expand and ran project controls on many industrial projects and had a large team of schedulers. From there, I moved to commercial construction. One of my big aha moments was one time I was at a lean conference, and I was talking with a lean expert, and she had a really powerful spreadsheet, really complex, very difficult to use, it answered a lot of questions and did a lot of good, but it took an expert to run that spreadsheet. And one thing I saw in there was she had the areas marked out and went through a lot of effort to show who was going to be in what area at what time. And that's when it snapped for me. I decided I wanted to build a tool that laid out the plans, but in a 4D sort of fashion where it could show the movement of the people, the movement of the troops throughout the building. As I said earlier, I love to build, I love to create, I love to just invent new things. Even if they don't result in anything good, I just enjoy creating things. So I constantly write down my ideas. And when I came up with the idea for inTakt, it was one of about 200 ideas I have on my list. And I wish I could build every idea I had, but this idea I put on the bookshelf. I decided I was just gonna write that idea, catalog it, put it away, and work on the idea some other time. It wasn't until about a year or 2 later that Jordan called me. This is the place where I was sitting in this hammock over here off to the side when Jordan called me up and asked me, "Have you built that tool yet?" And that's when I decided to pull that idea off the bookshelf. It had been sitting there for so long. And we started talking about it, talking about his needs and talking about others in his company who would like to have that tool running. And that's where we started to really build that tool. Jordan and I talked together on the ideas and plans, and he decided to join me in this effort. And so we teamed up and we worked together to build the industry's first and best takt planning tool. inTakt is a purpose-built takt planning tool. I've seen too many people using spreadsheets and using other workarounds, getting more expensive software and trying to trick it into working for them. And I decided it's time our industry is ready for a tool that's built specifically for what they want to do. So I would have to say that the plan view is my favorite feature of inTakt. It really blows people's minds when you first show it to them, just the simplicity, yet the power of it. It lays out clearly for everybody in a way that no one can misunderstand what the plan is and where everyone should be at a certain point in time. So I really hope that the general construction industry gains more of a broad understanding of takt planning. Many people have heard of it, but not many people have experienced it. It's still the minority form of planning and construction, but it has amazing benefit. And it doesn't just have to be used on highly repetitive projects. I think that's one of the things I'd like people to learn is it doesn't just have to be for a hotel with identical rooms. It can be used in other types of projects to create success.